Hello, folks. I thought we'd give you an update. It's always a damn situation here in Columbia. Those of you who really know me, you know me nor Joe have ever been here for 1 minute by choice. If any of you would like to know more about that, just reach out to us in a private way and we can fill you in on some particulars. If you want to learn about Columbia or really want to know what's going on with us, there's a lot of things I'm not going to air online though. But you know, this past thing, we've been having this thing with two 20-year-old friggin' punks that live in this neighborhood here. And you'll know if you watch the last video, Joe got hit in the head. Well, I thought it was a rock, but it was a piece of concrete. I got hit in the back. I've got a huge mark on my back, and I broke my toe chasing the boys down. I sent my son out of harm's way, and it's kind of like a block, and I sent Joe around this way, and I went down this way giving chase to, they had another guy with them, so it was three young men, and I chased them down, but I broke my toe in the process. But it's not in our DNA to, it's in most people's DNA to take crap, be ran off, and we're hearing a lot of this here where we live. We may end up moving one time, but it's not going to be because we're ran off from anywhere. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to speak for Joe, even though he's just 16. And I'll ask him how he feels about that, but I don't need, so you guys will know, but I already know because I've had to talk to him about it. It's better to die free than let all hell envelop you. And we go by the motto, biblical motto, the violent take it by force, and the violent die by force. And think deep in that. It doesn't mean that you get to thinking deep about that. It's not going to mean what you think it just means right off the bat. At least it took me many decades to figure it out. But, you know, our motto is live free or die. And we want the hell up out of here so bad. And we're trying to get back to America and work the ways and means out for that. We have terrible, terrible problems, but we're not running. So we're going to go with another biblical motto, and that is an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And I'm not going to tell you that we've got some things together. And Joe, is there anything you want to say? One thing I want to say with him is Joe's not a street fighter, and I'll kind of tell you why. And these boys won't fight him, they won't fight me, they just throw rocks and run. But, or beer bottles or Coke bottles and things like that. They've egged our house and a lot. And there's no justice here in Columbia. I don't give a damn who tells you. There's no protection, no justice, no nothing. And they give an appearance of it. They got more police per capita probably here than they do in the U.S. or the U.K. But I don't know why, because they don't really do anything because they don't do justice. And the same with the district attorneys. In some states you call them solicitors, and I believe they call them solicitors generals in the UK, but I'm not sure. But Joe's not a street fighter because nobody will fight him. And if I would, well, I would have took him on if I was his age, but I wouldn't have went and picked nothing with him. You can damn well rest assured of that. And I would have tried to stay on his good side. He's very imposing. And but I'm going to keep him out of harm's way. And I'm going after these boys. And one day I'm going to catch them. And I think it's going to be soon. If that bitch of a mother of theirs don't run. And I've done some, I can't tell you, but we've done a couple of things that they should be thinking very seriously about running at this point. But I'm going to tell you all right now, we are Americans. And we don't cotton to the stupid Latino bullshit, Colombian bullshit, or any other kind of bullshit. We don't do it. That's for other peoples. And I'm not trying to separate groups out, but I will. You don't mess with Western European U.S. Americans. And you don't mess with African American U.S. Americans. And just think you're going to get away with it, because it ain't happening. Now some maybe, but predominantly, those are the last two damn groups you want to go trying to hurt and run. And you just don't want to do it. I've been going through a lot of fear that maybe I get locked up here in the Colombian jail, because I get to thinking maybe that's what they're trying to get me to do. And I'm honestly thinking that the authorities here want me to kill these young guys, men, and then they want to throw away the key on me. And there's plenty of reasons for that being. One of which, some years ago, I exposed millions of dollars in USAID waste right here in Colombia. And I think these people don't like that. And I wouldn't. You know, nobody likes being exposed. But like I said, we're not here. And Joe, you want to go back home, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You want to go back home and get around some real...
My people.
What?
My people. Want to be around my people, not animals.
Yeah, well, you heard that. You heard that. He wants to be around his people, not animals. So, even though he's been here the vast majority, entirety of life, he can't stand the people here. And he even denounces that side of it. And I don't blame him. And it's just nothing but horrible experiences. And we're sick of it, and we want to go home. Joe wants some boxing competition, which he can't find here.
Because everybody's a coward.
You heard that? Because everybody's a coward.
Run like a little girl.
You know, we go in IBF world champions gym. What's he try to do?
Set me up.
Tries to set him up.
Because he knows nobody can beat him.
Because he knows nobody can beat him. And, you know, probably the premier boxing gym in the entirety of Colombia. And I threatened that shit. And he's a former IBF world champion. And I buckled up in front, on him in front of his trainers, which there were several in there, and everybody in that gym. And I informed him, I will put your teeth in the back of your damn head. They'll be poking out the back of your damn skull. And he took me for my word. He knew some people that I worked with in the U.S. many years ago in boxing. And he took it. And this is everywhere we went. Joe's beat everybody up. And can't nobody handle it, so they want to do something underhanded. And we got a lot of things that go on in boxing worldwide. But here takes the cake. And that's why this barren shithole doesn't have world champions. Because they don't dig deep, do they? You know? When you run up on somebody that did have a lot of talent, what have they been lacking in?
Heart.
See?
Punched them 3 times and then they want to cry.
Yeah, Jay, like you said, it hit them a few times, they end up sitting there wanting to cry. I've trained how many guys here? Many. And only one guy, it's 125 pounds, had the heart to try to work as hard as Joe. And we love that boy. He moved away. And that boy was a very special guy. And he was getting ragged on out here in this very neighborhood. And I taught that boy how to fight. Well, nobody messing with him no more then. Others have come to me, they're like, can you show me what you know? Can I work with Joe? And a lot of them I've just turned away because I see what they do out here and in the street. And last thing I'm going to do is teach a wetback hood rat that's out here causing their own brothers and sisters troubles and problems, how to kick it. I'm not doing it. So we've had a lot of problems here in Colombia, South America, but I can tell you this, there ain't one motherfucker in this country, not one, that can compete with this 16-year-old young man. Do you think there's one?
I don't think there's any 18-year-olds.
I don't know, that's what I'm saying, anybody. I ain't talking about how old they are. I'm talking about how minus in years you are. We've been all over this country. We've been to the places where they say they, and they have, in fairness, have put a couple of world champions out there, here and there, once a decade. And these guys ain't worth a damn because they don't have no heart. They're good as long as they can kick a pounding on somebody that they're better at. But even the ones that have vastly more experience than Joe here, what do they end up doing? Running and quitting, right? So that's just what we've experienced. We've tried Panamanians, not worth the shit. Venezuelans, not worth the shit. Joe got his ass beat for the first 2 months, 2 and 3 times a week by a Venezuelan nationals champion. And within a year, Joe's mopping the floor up with this great, great boxer who's still young himself. And he don't want to come around and do nothing with Joe. Well, it makes me look bad. Other people won't come around me. I'm like, damn, dude, step your game up. You don't, this is a sport and a lifestyle. You can't get in the pattern or running from people for. So, we're still going through problems everywhere. And like I said, there's no justice. There is zero love for fellow neighbors with these people. Most of them don't give a shit about their mother or father. These young guys around here, I don't know how the girls are, but these young guys around here, I always ask, because that's what we used to talk about. I'd say, my daddy's this, and another guy would say, my daddy is one of these. And these little fuckers don't even know what their mom or dad do for a living. And they're 14, 15, 18, 20, 25 years old, and don't even know what the occupation of their own mother or father is. Had somebody come in laughing about that he had got in his dad, whom he claimed to love so much, and thought it was funny as hell. Come in, oh, well, I didn't come in the past couple of days because my dad had a $1,000 bottle of this scotch and $800 or whatever, 4 or 5, I can't remember, but yeah, I got it out. I heated and got the seal off of it because I know he won't drink it, and was able to pull the thing up on it and get it back glued back down. So I drank his scotch. Ha ha ha. He sure is stupid. He'll never know. And I said, get the hell out of here. We're not equipped like that. Joe's loyal to me. I'm loyal to him. And everything and everyone else is outside of that. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. And if somebody hurts me, they got him on their ass. If somebody hurts him, they got me on their ass. We've had several instances, 2 recent ones, where Joe could have beat the fuck up out of these guys so bad they'd be in a coma. Me too. And I've called the dogs off, meaning myself and him. And we're not playing this shit no more. We're not playing. I won't allow him to be up into a Colombian prison, but I'll damn sure go. Because nobody's fucking with my son. Nobody. And if you don't feel the same way about it, and you're a dad and you got a son, you know what, I feel sorry for you. You're a sick individual. A very sick individual. So, I don't know, part of this is venting. That we are so sick of these people. You are too, right? So, how many guys, 50, 60, have you boxed here? And nobody's been able to even hold a candle to you. Everybody just fucking quits, don't they?
Usually in the first and second round.
Yeah, see, so
It's like playing games with these people.
It is like playing games, and somebody that's made it through 3 or 4 rounds with you, you mildly sparring. If they have made it through, they don't come back.
Yeah, so it's still saying.
You know, they make it through, then they're out here saying, "Oh, I made it 2 rounds or 3 rounds with Joe," and I'm like, "Oh boy, you ain't made it nowhere. You ain't done nothing." Glad they're speaking of him as the bar, because he is the damn bar. But, you know, him going 25% and going slow as hell, and, well, I can't hit these guys because they're...
Yeah, girls take better punches.
Yeah, a damn woman would take...
Stronger punch.
A stronger punch. A U.S. or UK woman would take a stronger punch than these candy asses here. And we're just sick of it. And when I get home, I'll spill the beans on everything. Boy, have I got a damn book to write. And boy, oh boy, see, we ain't out here looking promoters. They're looking at him, see. There's a big difference between him and everybody else that's young and upcoming. They're looking at him. We're not hunting down anything. And we're going slow. Because we don't need to do, we don't need to. And, but I'm telling you, he's got a story to go behind a left and a right hand that's hellfire that's coming up in this sport. Got a story to tell, something very unique. Stories you don't hear no more. Stories like, I worked in those cotton fields down south, and I'm an African American, and I've been beat down my whole damn life. Nobody's got these stories no more. He's got one. And he's got a hell of a story. And he's pissed right now. And I'm pissed too. And that guy hit him with that big lump of, we found out because we went up here and we found where all the stuff was laying. He got tagged with a piece of concrete about this big around. And it didn't even faze him. And I'm proud of him for that. But we got ambushed, by the way. We didn't go up on them, they come up on us. But I'm glad I turned my back to him after he got hit and was trying to shield with him. And I told him, you go that way, and he went. And like I said, I went after those guys. They were still throwing a hell of a lot of stones and concrete at me, but I went head for it. I've had my head bashed in, stitches, all sorts of troubles, and been cut and stabbed and all sorts of hellacious mess. And I don't want him to have to go through it. I want him to do what he does in the ring. But his Mitch Green day's coming. His Mitch Green day's coming. And somebody's going to get it. And I don't want that day to come, but I know it's coming. And it's just a damn shame. And we have lost all respect and love to any of these Latin Americans on the continent of South America. I know Mexicans and there's some other Latino countries where they're different peoples, but these people aren't worth their weight in salt. And we are yapping it to the world so their candy asses can see. So, I don't know. There's a little vent session. I'm glad Joe said a few words because he don't talk much, but he's real angry, and I'm not letting this dog loose because somebody's going to get killed if I do. And if there's going to be any trouble like that, I need to be going through it. And to hell with his mama, because that's the reason why he's here. And that's going to be a huge story. I mean a big story. And when I get back, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it. That'll be the stuff of movies. And anyway, we want all our brothers and sisters in the U.S. to know we love you. All our UK brothers and sisters, we love you. And remember this, in all our fault, God is our King up in this house. He's our God, and we worship Him, and we fear Him. And if the rest of the world would do that, this world would be a better place. Much love to y'all. It's a lengthy update with us. You got anything you want to tell the people back home in the U.S. or in the UK?
We love you.
Yeah, all right. So we love you, and we hope you all have a good weekend.